Well, this isn't really a ride-along adventure with Dylan. This is more of a tutorial on how to remove a broken head bolt from an 855 Cummins engine block. Here is the broken head bolt. I'll get to why there is a large nut welded to it in a minute for obvious reasons. There are two very expensive easy outs broke off down inside this bolt. This is a common thing for these to break in the same spot, I guess. I've had two other engines come in that way. Of course, you drill the center of the bolt out nice and clean, good sharp drill bit, and you stick your easy out in there and some penetrating oil and twist them out. Well, the only thing that twisted was the easy outs. So I got a little bit more aggressive with it and remembered a trick I learned when I was really young. As you just get yourself a nut. Grade 5 is fine. That's all this one was. And you stick your nut right over the top of the bolt. Make sure you do not weld your nut to the deck surface. Otherwise you're going to have a lot more cleaning to do than you bargained for. Make sure when you weld it you get good penetration. That meaning you get good heat transfer. You want this nut and your weld and everything to be nice and as smooth as you possibly can. It doesn't have to be pretty, but basically you want to make sure that nut turns bright red. Get a good pass on it and let her cool down. Don't touch it until it's all the way cold. Now what that does is that sends that heat from your weld down into the bolt and it shakes everything loose. It'll make your life a lot easier. Sure made mine easy. So let's give it a shot and see if this will twist out now. It'll either twist out or we'll have to weld it again. Before we get the sockets and the impact gun out, let's give this a try. Well, the weld seemed to hold. Make sure this is cold when you do this for one of two reasons. You want everything to solidify, but you're obviously going to be tempted to grab it. Some of them are going to be a little tougher to twist out. Some of them won't. This one is actually going really easy now. So the way I look at this is I'm ahead by a couple of days on time. My customer can get his truck back. It's coming out real easy. Look at that. It only cost me probably $2 for a couple sticks of welding rod. There's the head bolt. There's the bottom of it. The hole doesn't look too awful bad. Versus the probably $20 worth of easy outs that are stuck off inside of this. And that is a new head bolt to replace the one that broke off. I hope this video can help future repairs on anybody who may not know quite what to do when one snaps off. You can do this with cars. Basically any steel fastener, place a nut over it, fill it up with a nice solid weld. She should twist right out. Make sure to let it cool before you do so, and after you get her nice and hot, I always spray them with penetrating oil before and after. Kind of tends to make some smoke at times when you start putting heat to it, but it's well worth the effort, in my opinion. So, thanks for tagging along, and hope you enjoyed this not ride-along adventure with Dylan Brown Trucking.